Dear friends, we are coming into the next set of operations possible on a linked list. So here we have splitting of a given linked list into two other lists. So there are different ways of doing it, getting one list, picking up items differently, but we are going to use a logic of splitting all the odd items of the list into one list and all the even items of the list into another. So all the odd and even items. So we will be picking up odd and even items and making into two lists. So we have a given list, call it R. So we have a statement, an algorithm is here at the right. R equal to create n, which creates n number of nodes. Here we have 4. So we have all the odd items in one color, even items in another color. Of course, alternatively put, doesn't matter, wherever they are, the algorithm works. Now, when I have this given list of items, my work is to pick up all the odd items and create another list. Like, let us, all the odd items, let's call it the Q, which will consist of all the odd items, P, which will consist of all the even items. Now when I pick up an item, let us say when I pick up any item from the list, there are two possibilities. Either it can be an even item or it can be an odd item. Okay, so it can be even or odd. We can find it out by finding the modulus with 2. Now even at one item, be it odd or even, again there are two possibilities. Either it can be, for example, let's say it's an even number. Again there are two possibilities. It could be the first item or it could be consecutive other items. That means first time or the remaining. So just revising again, any item, pick up any elements. Possibilities, it could be either odd or even or odd. We can find out. Again within it, it can be the first item coming to that list or it could be the remaining items. So these are the possibilities. So we need to build our algorithm to take care of all these cases so that it can be more efficient. Now let's see how we are going to do this. So I'm going to traverse a list starting from R till end. So we have the outer loop while R not equal to null. I'm going to traverse each item and point. Now in order to know where it is a first time or remaining, so best is, so let's say P is taking care of the even numbers, Q takes care of the odd numbers. Now I'm going to make outside my processing P and Q point to null. So P and Q point to null first, which means that is the first time. So it is not pointing anywhere. So I have made this statement P, Q, null. So once the processing begins, the P and Q will change. P will point to the first, Q will also point to the first item in the even and odd respectively. So we will know whether they are changed. So we come here, then we choose. Let us take this item. Let's take item 1, the first item. So R of data modulus 2. So there is going to be a modulus with the first item, that is 1. Modulus with 2 is not equal to 0 because it's not an even number. So it will go here. That means this part is not true. So it comes here. Or sorry, it comes this part. So we are here this time in this part, else because it is not even. So O equal to get node E. So I create a new node here called O first time. Then O data equal to R data. That means this data, that is 1, will be entered here. That is a new node. O data equal to R. O next equal to null. So that means this becomes null. So the node is created. Now I'm going to check within it if Q equal to null. I'm checking if it fits first time or remaining. That is this if else. So this is first time because the first node being created. Since it's being the first time, so I'm going to have an assignment. I'm going to make Q and previous equal to O. That means this node which was previously O, it is going to get two things. Q is going to point here. So we see Q points here, also previous points here. So these 2 pointers are remaining here, and it's the first time, so this will not, it goes back, and R becomes next. R becomes now next, that means R proceeds to the next. So this item is created, this is how it remains. Now it comes here, now this is even. When I find modulus with this, R of data 2 equal to 0, yes. So again, similarly, I get, this is my E will be created here, and equal to get node E of data, R of data, so the value 2 will be stored here, will be copied, 2 is taken there, E of data, R of data, E of next equal to null, so this becomes null, and P equal to null, which means it's true because it's the first time. So just similarly the same operation takes place. P points, P gets a pointer, previous gets a pointer, this 2, and that is my E, that is this particular line, this line, this is where it takes place, and comes out because second part, R becomes R of next. Now it goes to the next item. So I think this is the most important, how the connection takes place. So now it is no more. Now R of data, it is 3, it is not an even number, it's odd. Again it comes here. Now let's see what happens. It comes here and O is created. Now this is the new O that will be created, odd number. And O of data, R of data. So 3 gets copied here. 3 comes here. O of next equal to null, so this becomes null, fine. Now again it checks if, so this is what I am checking, if it is first time or remaining. So Q equal to null, Q is no more null because we see Q is pointing to a node, so this part is not true, it comes here, else previous O of next connects to O. So this is my current O, previous next is this, so this linking takes place. So previous O next, that is this linking takes place to O, previous next equal to O, and previous moves, previous now after having done that, previous moves this side, so this becomes the previous now. So if you look, this is previous, that means 1 and 3. Similarly next time when I go to 4, 4 is even, so it will come here, even node will be created, and it is P is not null, so previous E will get connected to this, and the previous pointer will move again here. So similarly, once there are other nodes, it will keep on connecting. Now 2 important things to remember here. The most important part of this algorithm, which takes care of all remaining creation when there is a linked list creation, is this condition: first time or remaining. Again here, the first time or remaining. So we are just checking if it's the first time or remaining. So once we are sure of this, we are able to do the operation. There are different ways of checking it. So here what we have done, the P and Q we kept outside the loop and made them null. So first time to know it is null, second time onwards it is no more null, so the operation takes place accordingly. I hope it's clear, and here is the algorithm. You can convert into program, and finally of course we have printing P and Q. The list R also can be printed because the original list remains intact. In some books we will find pointers getting reconnected this way. This should not be done because that is not the way to rearrange the pointers. It's better that we recreate the entire list. Thank you. God bless.